Saturday, July 20th, Elmore, Minnesota, my hometown, held a celebration of its 150th year with a parade and an all-school reunion banquet.
Here we go. Elma, hey.
Elmore's most famous alumni is Vice President Walter Mondale, who served under President Jimmy Carter from January 1977 to January 1981.
Here's the Elmore Museum. Hi. This is the museum. Hi, Vice President Mondale.
Nice to see you.
Good. Frank Zufall, class of '75. So, Vice President Mondale, you're back in Elmore, Minnesota.
I am.
Have you met some classmates since you've been back here for this?
I have. I've met a lot of friends and family. I can't say I met any classmates because there are very few left, but I hope to meet some tonight.
Okay. And you're speaking tonight at the...
Oh, I'm making comments.
Making
I
comments.
wouldn't say that. There's a kind of a community meeting later today, and I'll say a few words there.
I know throughout your political career, you've come back to Elmore periodically.
I have.
And what has that meant to you to come back here?
Well, it means a lot. This is where I got my start. I think this is where I developed my beliefs and my values. This is where I got started. So I like coming back here once in a while just to feel it again. And that's what I'm doing now.
So, as far as values, growing up in a small town in southern Minnesota in the prairie, how do from the little village on the prairie, how do you think that impacted your life?
Well, I wrote a book here a couple of years ago called The Good Fight. And it was basically a memoir. And in it, I repeatedly talked about how I thought I got my start here in Elmore, the values, the idea of community, the idea of being kind to one another, integrity, honesty, justice, all those things I think I really learned here, and I built on it. I tried to build on it the rest of my life.
You know, as a comment, I remember you made a statement after you ran for president.
Yeah.
And after the election, years after that, it wasn't a pleasant experience. You made a comment that you could sleep at night.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, everybody probably says this about themselves, but I said what I believed. I tried to answer questions honestly. I didn't slide around the truth, and so yes, I can sleep at night. I don't have to worry about that. I hope that most people can say this about themselves. I'd like to think that was true in my case.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any interaction or what's going on today in Washington, or any input in your
Well, I'm
elder statesman of the Democratic Party? Do you have any input what's going on? Well,
I talk to people. I would say I hope the economy continues to pick up. People need jobs. Our economy has been slower than it should be, getting better. But I hope it picks up now some more so we can have true prosperity. I think that's important. I think one of the big problems today is education. Too many young kids are not getting the start they need to compete in a world that is increasingly technological. When we graduated here in Elmore, you could make it as a gas station attendant. You could, be a hired man or something like those jobs are not around much anymore. You got to have some training, some technology in your head to make it work. And so I hope we can work harder than that. It's good for everybody.
Right. So, just last question: How do you think the president's doing? I mean, President Rakamana.
I think he's doing a good job. It's tough. I mean, we had this terrible thing in Florida. I thought his statement yesterday was really magnificent. I mean, he helped us understand this tough thing of race, even in America, and talked about justice and about laws that may actually stir up violence. I think it's really a classic statement by the president, coming as it does from somebody who knows a lot of it, has learned about it somewhat the hard way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more question. So, for Vice President Walter Mondale, or the son of Elmore, Minnesota, how are you spending these days? What's in store, or what's for you?
I teach at the university. I'm on a couple of nonprofit boards, one dealing with U.S.-Japan relations. I dabble in politics in my own way. I'm still a lawyer with a law firm, although I'm not in the active practice anymore, but I do some work there. And just tell you the truth, tomorrow morning I'm heading off for a fishing trip. I like to go fishing.
Sounds like some serious business here.
Yes, I call it a religious retreat, but I hope they're biting.
Okay. Well, it's good to know you're keeping faith with your real important values there.
Right, absolutely.
All right, you're a true Minnesotan.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, Vice President.
Thank you.
It's a real honor. Thank you very much.
It's my honor. Thank you.
It means I was a reporter
Oh,
for the St. Paul, Washington correspondent of the St. Paul paper. I came to Washington about the same time he did, from St. Paul.
When I left Elmore, there wasn't a lock on any door in the town. We were all together as a community.